Hello. Today I wanted to make a quick video about how writers can make extra money because writers usually we we don't bring in that fat of a paycheck. If you're a writer, maybe you do what I do, which right now I just write novels pretty much. So I depend on royalty checks to get by. In the past, though, I have written for television news, which is generally called a producer or an associate producer. So that's another way of making a living as a writing. But I did not make very much doing that. I also worked as a like a journalist or a digital content producer for local television news as well, which meant that I researched and reported on stories and wrote them to write them for the news station's website. So yeah, I mean, you can get by on that, but you probably would need like a roommate or a significant other so that you can put your money together and have a nice place to live. So if you're a writer, it's highly likely that you want to bring in additional income, like have multiple streams of income to support yourself. So I wanted to talk about one of those additional income streams of income today. It's one thing that I actually was doing today. I am at the library right now because I was meeting a client. And what I do is I have clients on the side who are interested in becoming self-published authors. And because I'm a self-published author, I pretty much just show them what I've done to write, publish, and market and advertise my books. And I kind of walk them through the process because it's a lot. And it can be really confusing if you're just like breaking into the industry and just trying to figure out, like just trying to get your sea legs, I guess you could say. It's a whole lot to figure out on your own. And there are a lot of scam artists too. Like if you want, for example, to get your book, if you're writing a children's book, for example, and you want to get it illustrated, so you go to Fiverr and you think, okay, I'll just hire an artist on Fiverr to do the illustrations. Well, it's not that simple because there are a lot of scam artists. So it helps to have someone who's experienced, who is already an indie author, who's self-published a whole lot, to kind of hold your hand and walk you through it. So as a writer, that's what I do. I use all of the mistakes, my many failures as a published author, and I'm very open about them and explain what I've done wrong and what I've done right to my clients, to kind of help them steer them past the mistakes that I've made. And what I do with clients is I typically meet with them once a week for a writing coaching session, because most likely they have a manuscript that they're kind of like stuck with, or not stuck with, but they're having problems getting through at the moment. So every week I meet with them to try and help them get to that next chapter and explain, maybe critique some of their work, like explain, okay, the dialogue is really good in this section, but you could cut this part here. Or if you're stuck here and you're trying to figure out how to pivot to the next scene, why don't you do this? So essentially what I'm trying to say is I help them understand some of the basics of how to write a compelling story. So I do that once a week, at least once a week, but I also like to make myself available to clients so they can call me anytime, because as a writer, I know how it is. Like sometimes you'll just be out, like out and about running errands or something, and you'll just have an idea for something in your story, but you're not sure if it works, so you might want to bounce the idea off of someone so they can call me if they have an idea. I also, in addition to helping them write their manuscript, I'll edit it for them. I also, because I have formatting software, I'll format it for them and then either hook them up with a professional cover artist Or I'll say, do you want me to, I can give you, and I can work with Canva and give you a sample cover. And if you like it, you're welcome to have it. That way you don't have to pay an additional fee for a cover artist. But if you're not happy with it, I'll definitely hook you up with a cover artist, a professional one. So basically what I'm trying to say is, like, I just work with clients to help them get their books published, and I charge them a monthly fee. And I let them know that if they get to a month where either their funds are low, or they just need to take a break from writing, because sometimes if you've been working with a manuscript for like 2 years, sometimes some months you might want to just take a break from it and go on a vacation. So I'll tell them, for that month you don't have to work with me. Like, we can skip a month if you want. That way you don't have to pay me anything. You take a break from writing, and then we'll revisit your manuscript the next month. So that might be an idea if you're a writer and you're looking for, you know, a consistent secondary income stream. That might be something to consider. But here's one thing that I still do wrong when it comes to that. I don't charge enough. And this, like, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that because I'm always blabbing about my struggles with low self-esteem and confidence, lack of confidence. And you know, that comes into play in every aspect of life, even when you are trying to figure out how much to charge clients. Because of my self-esteem, like, even though I have published so many novels and have like so much writing experience, there is still a part of my brain that is like, you're still not good enough to charge what a normal writer would charge. There's also the part of my brain that's like, that's not true, Paula, that's ridiculous. But that lack of confidence or self-esteem, it's hard to take out of your thoughts. Once your brain is wired that way, it's really hard to rewire that line of thinking. So yeah, I still don't charge enough. But I'm working on that. And like on my website, at least I finally, on my website, if you go there, the prices on there I think are fine. That they are what they should be. It's just that sometimes when I actually meet a person, I'll be like, okay, well, I know the price on my website says this, but how about I give you a discount? And that's okay. Like, it's nice to be nice, but you also have to, like, feed yourself and feed your family and keep a roof over your head. So if you are a writer and you're watching this video because you need to bring in more income, don't make my mistake and underestimate your value and your skills. Charge what you are worth, what your time is worth. Because if you're a writer, you know that writing is hard. And coaching other people through the writing process and editing their work and spending time poring over it, critiquing it, formatting it, helping them build an entire fictional universe, and then talking them down during those, common moments that we writers have, where we're on the ledge, figuratively, talking them off the ledge, reminding them that their story needs to be heard. All of that's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of sweat. And it's a lot of heart that goes into helping somebody else. So if you do what I do, and by that I mean by like having clients and helping them, just make sure that you charge what you should charge. Yeah. Okay, that's all for today. And if you have any questions about that, like if you're a writer and you have any questions about that, feel free to like leave a comment or whatever, and I'll be happy to share more about what I've learned when it comes to like having writing coaching clients. All right, thank you for watching.